Hello trainers, Neto here, and today we're gonna dive early into Psychic-type. So Psychic-type will run from September 8 to September 15, and Pokemon only being a part Psychic or pure Psychic are gonna be allowed in the cup. The banned Pokemon is gonna be only one, and that is gonna be the Mew, because it carries the move Shadow Claw, and I think it makes sense that they banned it out because it would have the advantage overall. Malamar is gonna be the top ranked Pokemon I believe that you can use because of foul play being so good, and also in return being dark type will prove to be one of the biggest assets that you can have on your team. So Malamar definitely a top ranked pick, so I hope you attended that previous event that we had a couple of days ago. Also we're gonna have a Victini meta because Victini, Bronzong and Claydol with Gardevoir will gonna be the key elements alongside Malamar to fulfill the meta, and also you have some other options that we are gonna see on the entirety of this video. So as we're diving into the video, just be sure to leave a like before you go, subscribe to the channel if you already haven't, because as you're seeing we're doing a lot of nice things on this channel. And now trainers, let's dive into the first team showcase. Starting off, we have a Victini team. So Victini is gonna be a Pokemon that will apply so much pressure with its charge attacks, and also quick attack recently got reworked, so you might have a better time overall than usual when using Victini. Also, you're gonna rely on your Vic rate most of the times, meaning that overheat will not be needed at all, and of course you are not gonna need to purchase a second move on this Pokemon. Just go with one move. Vic rate will just prove to be a huge asset for any team that you're gonna use Victini in. Quick attack, a pretty cool fast attack, just use that, not confusion or whatever else it might have. Quick attack will prove to be the biggest asset for this cup. The closer of the team, Bronzong, and perhaps because of Bronzong, because of some other Pokemon, but mainly Bronzong, we should rename this Psychic Cup into Wrong Moves Only Cup, because it's gonna have the worst possible moves that you can use, but it's gonna be much better than usual for this cup, because Confusion and Psyshock are both gonna be resisted by the entire meta, but Feint Attack, Payback and Heavy Slam are not, so you're gonna use this moveset for your Bronzong. Save switch of the team, well, Malamar, I hope you participated on that in-K event that we had before about 3 days ago, so you might be on a very good spot overall with Malamar, and instead of using a superpower, just be sure to use a Hyper Beam to nuke down the opponent. Core breaker of the team, well, Mud Slap Claydol, because it can go pretty well up on the lead against the fire type, against the steel type, and also has a pretty even or a soft loss against the Malamar. So other than that, I think you're gonna be just fine. Moving on, we have another team with Malamar, and yeah trainers, Malamar is gonna be everywhere. This Pokemon is pretty safe to use for this cup, and also applies so much pressure with its charge attacks that your opponent will be shieldless in no time at all. So Malamar will lead this team with its spammy moveset with Psycho-Cut, Foul Play and Hyper Beam instead of Superpower, because Hyper Beam is just gonna go neutral against the entire meta, and wherever it is resisted against something like a Bronzong, excuse me, for example, I confused the steel types, I used Confusion myself. That is a very good Psychic type joke, but anyways, I'm just gonna go ahead and use the Hyper Beam on anything else other than a Bronzong, and for the Bronzong I have that Foul Play, so that makes sense for the Malamar to be used with that moveset. Closer of the team, well, a Charmer on the face of Gardevoir. I decided to use a non-Shadow Gardevoir because I think that it can hold on the battle a little bit longer than usual, because it is gonna be the Glacier of those charms in total in Great League. But on Psychic-type, I think that with Gardevoir you're gonna be just fine by using it on its non-Shadow form. Save switch of the team, this amazing Claydol with that Mud Slap. We saw before how easily it can destroy down both Victini and Bronzong, but still you're gonna use it here as a safe switch because it has the move Rock Tomb to debuff the opponent, and also Shadow Ball to nuke down all those Psychic types. Not that Malamar, okay, because it's part dark, but still you're gonna do so much work against this Pokemon as well with your neutral damage. Core breaker of the team, Bronzong. This Pokemon goes pretty well against anything from this line, but it is gonna have some soft loss, especially against that Claydol and that Malamar, so you're gonna be just fine overall. Now trainers, we got an Alola Raichu team. So this Pokemon is part Psychic, so it is allowed on this Psychic Cup, and you're gonna have tons of fun with this line of 3 because you're gonna apply so much pressure to the opponent, spam your moves all the time, and also you have some heavy hitting moves like the Volt Switch and the Dragon Tail that are gonna melt down your opponents. So with energy ahead, I think that Alola Raichu will be unstoppable for this cup, but with Wild Charge going back to back and then bail out to your safe suit to the Galarian Rapidash is gonna be your main goal with this team. Also, you have access to the Grass Knot, which is gonna be a very good coverage move, especially against something like a Claydol or against the Mirror Match, because as you saw over here, we just destroyed down the enemy Alola Raichu. So Alola Raichu, a pretty cool Pokemon to use, and I really recommend to you overall as a core breaker most of the times. Lugia, you need to trade for a Lugia to drop it below 1500 CP, so if you have one, just go with it because you're gonna do so much work. You also do not need Aeroblast, just go with Hydro Pump and you're gonna be on a very good spot overall. Safe switch of the team, Galarian Rapidash, which will go ahead and spam its moves so freaking fast with that Body Slam in combination with that Psycho Cut, and also you have Mega Horn to do super effective damage to anything and to one-shot the Malamar for sure. Core breaker of the team, Gardevoir, because it resists those Dragon Tails, it can melt down the other two Pokemon, so that's why it is gonna be a core breaker, but still it is gonna be kinda glassy and you can destroy it down with a little bit of synergy. And now battlers, for the final team recommendation, we have a team that it might remind you another team from this video. However, this is gonna be a completely different team because you're gonna rely on your charge attacks much more, and of course you're gonna have so much spamminess from your moves that your opponent cannot withstand it. Also no core breakers at all because this team synergizes so well with each other, so I decided to showcase to you from now because I don't know if I will participate on Psychic Cup or not. So as elite Pokemon, we have the Malamar, which is gonna do super good amount of work against any opponent. You already saw that it was on the entirety of this video, and any opponent will have a Malamar for sure. So with this line of 3, perhaps you should be aware of Malamar as the opposing side, but still you're gonna be on a very good spot because you have the closer Victini, which is gonna be the key. You want to use it as a closer because the other two Pokemon can somehow handle the hits, and if you can take at least one shield, well, this Pokemon, this Victini, can destroy down the enemy with back-to-back V creates, especially with quick attack. Safe switch of the team, Claydol, we already said that this Pokemon is pretty amazing, and the moveset that you want to use is gonna be Mud Slap, Shadow Ball, and Rock Tomb for debuffing the opponent. Core breaker, we already said no core breakers at all because this team is absolutely amazing. Whatever you might come up against, you have a solid answer to that Pokemon. Even against a Charmer up on the lead, you can switch out to your Claydol, do whatever you can, and then for the end game you still have Victini to finish this Pokemon off. So that's all trainers, thank you for watching. Be sure to leave a like before you go, subscribe to the channel if you already haven't, because it really means a lot for this channel to succeed, and with your help, with your subscription to my channel, I think we can do that together. So thank you for watching trainers, thank you for staying around till the end, and I hope to see you all into the next one. Stay safe everyone. Choo choo choo.